Hi and good evening. Welcome to tonight's show. My name is Micah, and boy, do we have a lot to share with you tonight. Tonight is a very, very special show because we are going to be talking about Unexplainable, a new film on the Angel Guild, and this is a big one for Angel. This is the first film that is fully in Portuguese to hit our platform. It is huge. It is a very beautiful first step in our mission at Angel Studios is to amplify light, and that is a worldwide mission, and having a movie like Unexplainable is a beautiful first step in sharing that mission with the world. So with that being said, if you haven't seen this film, you can go to angel.com/unexplainable. Watch it tonight. It's on the Guild. It's extremely powerful. And if you don't speak Portuguese, that is totally all right because we have it fully subtitled and dubbed. You can watch either or. So with that being said, we have a guest that we're going to bring on soon. It is Eriberto, who played Marcus in the film, the father in Unexplainable. We're going to bring him on to ask him a few questions about behind the scenes, what it was like to create this film, and everything like that. So let's see if Marcus is on. Marcus, you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Eriberto, how are you? Sorry I called you Marcus there. That is your character. You played Marcus in Unexplainable.
Yeah, no problem at all, because I was him
Yeah,
for
there you go. So
this period. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
your
And
performance
and
was
he's
so
real.
believable. Yeah, exactly.
He
Yes, and
exists.
it's real. Yeah.
It's
So
a true story. Yeah.
yes, well, thank you so much for your time, Eriberto. Let's just jump into the first question. I would love to know how you first got connected to this film. What is the story behind that?
The director sent to me the screenplay, and for the first time in my life, I read it uh, all at once.
Mhm.
All in the same moment. I didn't stop even for drinking some water.
Yeah.
And at the end of the story, I was crying
Mhm.
as I never cried before reading uh, his screenplay. And I called him and I said, I'm in. You know,
Mhm.
you can count on me because it's a mission. And my wife was at my side
Mhm.
after I read the screenplay, and I said to her that I don't know if I will be able to play this part because it's
Mhm.
very difficult. I'm going to suffer a lot as an actor too, you know, because
Mhm.
I'm going to live this true story. And she said it's a mission. You have to do it. And I called Fabrizio, the director, and I was in. Yeah.
Mm. That's very, very cool. And in a nutshell, what would you say this film means to you as an actor? And of course, you mentioned it's a
Yeah,
true story. What was that impact like on you?
a huge
Yeah.
challenge and a huge transformation.
Mm-hmm.
I because we as actors we have the power to live 100 lives, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and you learn with each life that you live, and and you can imagine what I lived
Mm-hmm.
in this movie and how transformed I am after it, you know.
Yeah.
And each time I watch the movie, I the same thing happens with me, being not an actor but someone who is watching. So it's a very powerful movie, definitely. Yeah,
So this
spiritual
film,
movie, and
yeah, it really is. And this
yeah,
film follows a family that is going through a very, very difficult time. Their son
yeah,
Gabriel is diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. And
yeah.
like you said earlier, this is based on a true story. So were you able to meet the family? Did you meet the real life Marcus? And what was that like?
Yeah, I did. Leticia, who played my wife, a great Brazilian actress. We met the family on the set, and on set was like it's hard to explain this experience because the kid who was at the time of the movie like 8 years old is now 18 years old, 19 years old.
Oh,
So we met him too healthy, studying.
mhm.
Uh, you become an engineer soon. So it was very, very, very strong, And they were in front of us, they had passed for through this experience, and it was a energy that made us different, for shooting after it.
I love how you mentioned right from when you first read the script, you said this is going to be difficult. And of course,
Yeah,
since seeing the film, I'm 100% in agreement with you. This was a very, very emotional film. And that must have been extremely difficult as an actor to portray that in almost every single scene. Like
yeah,
every single scene came with its own emotional challenges. What
yeah,
was it
yeah,
like on set to like have to, like, was it exhausting? It looked like it would have been
yeah.
extremely exhausting.
No, totally. After the set, I was always like exhausted, and I and transformed, changed every single day. And but we had a set so well directed by Fabricio and all the crew, and everybody was connected to tell the story, to make this happen. That we were one, all the other actors and actresses and the crew, everybody, the direction. We had a mission. It was a mission. There was something around us. It sounds like something mystical or something, but it was real. You could feel it. That we had this force blessing us. And that's the word, because we were blessed all the time because everything was working, and we didn't have so much time. We shoot the movie in 4 weeks or
Wow.
3 weeks and a half,
Oh,
and we didn't have time, but everything was working, like,
yeah.
of course we did our part, but there were some other energies around us helping
Yeah.
us. I'm sure about this.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think I'm a film critic at heart, and right from the opening scene of the movie, there was nothing I could point out and be like, oh, that could have done better. I think
Yeah,
there was a spirit around this
yeah,
film,
a spirit.
like
Yeah,
from
that's the
yeah
right word. Yeah,
from from the cinematography to the acting to it being a true story. It was just beautiful in so many ways, and it's difficult to show beauty in such a tragic situation. And
yeah.
I think this film did a beautiful job at that. Like, of course, it was heart
Thank
wrenching
you.
at times, but at the same time, it was joyful at times, and it had this good balance. And I love your characters, you and who played your wife. I'm so sorry, her name is escaping me.
Leticia Spiller.
Phenomenal job. She did such a good
Yeah,
job, and your journeys in the film are really like you're together, but you're also parting. You're experiencing
yeah,
grief in two different ways.
yeah.
And I'm curious in what it was like on set to where, of course, you're both acting, you're grieving, but in two opposite ways. What was that like to have a different, like, acting grieving experience than your co-actor or your co-actress?
Yeah, it was great because this kind of opposition is it's a gift. it's a present, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a gift, because you can live your journey, you know, by yourself, because it's different from your partner,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time you are totally connected by love,
Yes.
you know, the
Yes.
love that we feel about our son, about our family, and about each other, and even being so different, you know, about faith, about believing or not believing, you
Mm-hmm.
know, giving up or not giving up. So it was fantastic. And Leticia, she's a great actress, and she's a great human being. He
Mm-hmm.
has a beautiful soul, and I like her very much. And it is our first film together, moved
Mm-hmm.
together, and I've been always wanting to work with her, and it happened. So, and I think she had the same feeling too. So we were very connected and very, you know, opposite sides, in opposite sides. So this is great.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think it came across so well in the film, your guys' relationship as husband and wife. But something I'd love to also bring up is this is a really big first for Angel as well. Like I mentioned at the top, this is the first film we have on our platform that was not originally made in English. So this is a fully Portuguese film made in Brazil. And we have so many team members here at Angel who, when we heard we were getting this film, were extremely excited because they're native Portuguese speakers. We have some
Yeah.
team members from Brazil. So there's a bit of added joy when we heard that your guys' piece was coming to us. So we actually put together a video of some of our employees sharing their thoughts on the
Wow.
film, and we'd love to show that to you and get your reaction. So let's
Oh
go ahead and
yeah.
show that.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oi, aqui é Luiz Lafay e eu queria dizer para vocês que ver a Angel Studios lançando um filme em português me traz uma emoção, me toca tão fundo no coração. Eu, como brasileiro, como falante de português, me emocionei quando eu vi essa produção chegando na Angel Studios, né? O Inexplicável, ou Unexplainable em inglês. Mas a produção é toda em português, os atores brasileiros, um filme com uma história tocante, linda, um enredo que realmente inspira. E eu espero que a gente possa ver mais e mais, não só em português, mas em outras línguas também, porque a gente sabe que histórias boas existem em todos os lugares do mundo. Então a Angel está se tornando esse canal, esse funil onde a gente pode trazer coisas boas de todos os lugares para que a gente possa inspirar as pessoas, para que a gente possa ver que muita coisa boa é feita no mundo, né? Muito obrigado, Angel Studios, por trazer essa produção, disponibilizar essa produção para o mundo inteiro. É um prazer realmente ver isso. Obrigado.
É com muita alegria e emoção, expectativa que eu recebo a notícia do primeiro filme produzido totalmente em português, minha língua nativa, da Angel Studios. A gente tem visto muitos filmes maravilhosos, feitos em inglês, direcionados para o público americano, ainda com um difícil acesso e um acesso limitado aqui no Brasil, já que a grande maioria da população não fala inglês aqui no Brasil. Então eu acredito que é um grande passo para que a gente possa expandir os nossos horizontes aqui, e a Angel é muito bem-vinda e a gente está muito feliz de ter essa oportunidade de ter um filme produzido pela Angel Studios na nossa língua nativa.
Eu estou muito feliz mesmo, porque a Angel vai lançar o primeiro filme estrangeiro, e esse filme estrangeiro é brasileiro. Ai, que emoção! É muito bom mesmo ver a oportunidade que o cinema brasileiro está tendo de produzir boas coisas, né? E por ser lançado pela Age. Estou muito feliz.
Man,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to reflect what was said in that video. Like, we are just so happy to have Unexplainable on the Angel platform. And I'd love to get your first reaction to that video.
Happiness, joy,
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful. I'm feeling. I believe that when we work with art, we are looking for something more than physical. Something more than material. So this kind of feeling, because I really believe it in the love that I felt, right now, just listening to them. So it's an honor, and we are very proud to be with you, and to go, to go to the world, because Brazil has a lot of things to show to the world.
Yes.
To the world, and our movie is one piece of this whole picture.
I love what Luis said in the first part of that video, that Angel Studios, of course, our mission is to tell stories that amplify light. And that is a worldwide
Amplify
mission.
light.
And that
Yeah.
is a worldwide mission. And
Yeah.
it is just such a blessing to have Unexplainable, Brazil, be the first film that is on our platform to really help us move towards that goal of it becoming a worldwide phenomenon, of telling stories that inspire and that share love and joy and peace. And yeah, it's just lovely. If you haven't seen the film, I know we put up the lower third earlier, but angel.com/unexplainable, sign up for the guild, watch this movie. It is well worth your time. Beautifully acted, beautifully shot. And we have the subtitles and we have a dubbed version. So there are multiple ways to consume this film. Go check it out. It is absolutely amazing. I have a few questions left for you, Alberto. And they kind of just have to do with some of the first reactions we got as Angel Studios to this film releasing. And the first big question was, do you need to know Portuguese to enjoy this film? Do you mind answering that question for our audience?
Yeah, no, you don't need to speak
you don't.
Portuguese. You're going to understand everything, because we have subtitles and we dub it too. So and you should watch this movie.
Yes.
Yes. It's a very special movie. As I said before, what happened on the set was like there was a force with us, and this movie has this light that you talked about it, that the world need. The world need. We need this kind of movies, because it's based on a true story. And the end is happy and is real. Is a story about a miracle, and that really happened. And I think that one of the most beautiful things in this movie is what's the power of our faith.
Yes.
I mean, there is the power of God or something divine, but this power needs us, as an instrument and as a connectors. So this movie talks about this faith, that it's better to believe that. No, it's more crazy. It's crazier to believe than not believe. I don't know if this translation is right, but my character, he doesn't believe, anymore. He kind of gave up, and his wife and the doctor say to him, but not believing, it's so crazy as believing. So why not believe?
Yeah.
And then he starts to believe, and together with his wife, happen. The miracle happened. So, and it's so well directed and everything, and you're gonna be changed forever. I can tell you that.
An idea that
You're gonna be changed forever.
Yeah, you really will. And an idea that I saw throughout the film that I loved was the idea of faith over fear. I loved that picture, and that line was throughout the film, and it was very, very well done. Faith over fear. So
faith over fear. Yeah.
So there you have it. There you have the question answered. Do you have to know Portuguese to watch this film? No, you do not. We have it subtitled. We have an English dub if subtitles aren't your thing. So no excuse. Angel.com/unexplainable. Check it out today. And to close, Eriberto, I have one final question for you. And that is, what do you hope the people viewing this film, our Angel Guild members, what do you hope they take away from this movie?
That love is the force who created the universe. And if we are connected to this love, we have a power that we can imagine. It's real. And I have a quote that I love from Star Wars, may the force be with you. And I have no doubt that this force is love. So when we say, may the force be with you, it's like, may God's love be with you. And I'm talking about God, but not God, but this force, our creator. And anyone has the right to call him from a specific and particular way. But I really believe in this force. I really believe in God. And he is in this movie. He touched this movie. That's why this movie is so good. It sounds, maybe I can be sounding like with a lot of vanity, but it is a great movie because we have a mission, and we had this help from the force. The force was with us in this movie.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. I couldn't have said it better myself. And thank you so much for taking the time to come and chat with us. I know it's very late where you are, so hopefully you had a good time answering some of our questions and you can sign off and get to bed. But I think just to go, we'll say, everybody check out this amazing new film, Unexplainable, on the Angel Guild. Join the Angel Guild today. Watch this film. You will not regret it. And Eriberto, thank you so much again for joining us. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. We are together.
Yes.
You can count on me.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night. Yeah.
Good night.